The Lightning are back in downtown Tampa for a couple of games here on home ice. And tonight it is the Arizona Coyotes in town to take to the ice against your Tampa Bay Lightning right here live on Bally Sports. Good evening, everybody. Dave Randolph with you. Brian Engblom is between the benches tonight. So, Brian, they start the week with a couple of road games, a loss in Buffalo, a win in Pittsburgh, the 5-1 victory against the Penguins, their most complete effort. Andre Palat said it was a good step, but they still have to get better.
Yeah, they do, and it takes all kinds of different players to make up a great team. You got two guys on the left side who really couldn't be any farther apart. Andre Palat, tightly wound, very quiet guy. This guy is all out there, gregarious, all over the place, full of personality. He changes the personality of the game as it goes along. Pat Maroon, do whatever it takes. He'll fight somebody, he'll score some goals. He's looking to get on the off the schneid and on the scoring for the first time this year. Andre Palat's already got 5 points on the season, off to a great start after scoring 16 goals in the last 2 years in the playoffs. Two guys very different, two guys very effective.
As for the Arizona Coyotes, they come into Tampa Bay tonight still winless, 0-5-1 to start the season. They're a rebuilding team, but they got some guys up front you can't ignore, like Clayton Keller.
Yeah, you got some guys with some speed and some skill, and Clayton Keller's certainly one of those guys. He's coming up on, this is his 300th game actually here tonight. Hasn't been in the league that long, but he's really proved himself. And of course, Phil Kessel proved himself a long time ago. He's 34 years old. He only needs 8 more goals for 400 in his career. These are two guys that can really pull the trigger. They will leave the defensive zone and get going through the neutral zone away from the puck. You take your eye off them, they're going to have the puck, and it's going to be too late to catch them. Keller scored on a breakaway to open the game against Florida the other night. They forgot about him, and he made them pay. You got to do the same thing with Phil Kessel.
You know, a big part of the win for the Lightning on Tuesday night was that they finally played with a lead. It had been a while for sure, but Braden Point gave the Lightning their first lead in regulation of the season, and that was quickly followed by 2 more goals in a span of 10 seconds. Paul Kennedy has more on that coming up. You're watching Lightning Hockey on Bally Sports.
What's up, America?
BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Visit BMWTampaBay.com for exceptional offers. And by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. And now, down to our host, here's Paul Kennedy.
And here's a question for you, Dave. Made 2 lightning strikes just 10 seconds apart. Launched the 2-time reigning Stanley Cup champions on a winning surge after a sluggish start to the season. Tuesday in Pittsburgh in the second. First Andre Palat, and then Ryan McDonough scoring 10 seconds apart. His Tampa Bay pulled away to a much-needed victory. Our Papa John's key ingredient this evening shows these strikes just 1 second slower than the franchise mark. First set in the championship season of 04 by the captain Dave Anderchuk and the top-line winger Freddie Modine. Perhaps this is the spark that ignites a winning run. And Dave and Brian have the Lightning and the Coyotes in the follow-up tonight. Next on Bally Sports.
The ultimate driving machine. Visit BMWTampaBay.com for exceptional offers. Little overcast earlier in the day, but there's a look at downtown Tampa as we get set for the Lightning and the Arizona Coyotes. First of 2 at home. Brian, introduce us to the starting net minors tonight.
Andre Vasilevsky, game number 7 for him. He's 3-2-1 with a .904 save percentage. And Ivan Prosvetov, game number 1 this year. He got called up in the American League where he was 2-1 and had 2 shutouts. John Cooper, lots to like in that win over Pittsburgh, scoring and the shutdown defense, especially in that third period. Real good game. Andre Tourigny, hired in July 2021, formerly an assistant coach with Colorado and Ottawa.
There's Justin St. Pierre at center ice along with TJ Luxmore, the 2 referees tonight. Steve Barton and Kyle Flemington are your linesmen. The Tampa Bay Lightning do not have a win on home ice yet this season. It's early, but they're going to look to fix that tonight. Both teams starting some bang and crash units. There's Maroon and Perry on the wings with Colton. Liam O'Brien up front there for the Coyotes along with Jay Beagle and Christian Fisher as they drop the puck here in Tampa Bay. And right away, they're going to drop the gloves. You had a sense this could happen when we saw who was starting here. This is O'Brien and Maroon. Liam O'Brien, this is what he does. And Maroon, we know, is comfortable with this as well. And right off the bat, they engage.
It's really important when they squared off and backed off, how you approach, and if you do it the wrong way, you get punched right in the face and you're down on the ice. Both were real careful, got engaged, healthy respect for each other. You can see that. They are staying tight to each other. Body blows, those hurt. Those are underestimated. Ask any boxer. Right in the ribs. That takes, and this is the very start of the game. You got to breathe after this, folks, when you're going up and down the ice. But I don't think they're going to, unless one of them stumbles here, none of them is going to get a clear shot, I don't think. It's going to be back of the head stuff here.
And finally, in come the linesman. Wow, what a bout between two heavyweights. O'Brien looks at his bench, says, let's go, boys. Enough of this losing.
Yeah, and Pat Maroon obliged him, so good for them.
Penalty, number 14. Arizona penalty, number 38. 5 minutes each for fighting.
Before the face-off went, yeah, there's always conversations going on, and Pat Maroon's never shy in that department. O'Brien obviously isn't either. And so they talked about it a little bit right off the bat, too. And didn't take long for them to find each other. Some pretty good punches thrown, some painful ones for sure, but not those haymakers to the head, which is good for everybody.
So now we get to playing some hockey here. Here comes Perry in over the line with a puck. He's tripped up, almost was able to step in, got tangled up there with another veteran, Andrew Ladd. And now back down the other way. Here's a chance for Fisher. Fisher shrugs off the check of Hedman, drops it back to the line. Lyubushkin with a drive, saved by Vasilevsky. Here's Lyubushkin again with a blast, and that one rockets wide as Arizona's come out ready to go here.
Yeah, when you haven't won a game yet in the season, it's starting to wear on you. They've been on a road a lot here, but that set the tone, and O'Brien paid a price, so they're going to try and support their teammate for starting with a fight to start the game.
Coyotes coming off a 5-3 loss at Florida. They got a busy 3 games in 4 days stretch starting tonight.
And it was a close game in many ways against Florida. The last goal was an empty netter, so the Lightning got their hands full here. This is a team that made an awful lot of changes. Oh, man, that hurt.
That is Cirelli colliding along the end boards awkwardly as he went in there, got tangled up with a defenseman. Now he's jockeying for position. The defenseman there for Arizona, Dyson Mayo, playing his 2nd NHL game.
I'm glad they got their feet and their legs out of the way and didn't go in legs first. That could have been disastrous. They both were able to turn and spin enough that they went in backside first, and they were able to get up right away. A lot of action early on here.
No kid, what a start here. Look out, Stamkos just saw that. Check from Dmitry Ashkin. And the Coyotes step in. Kessel up high in the zone, snaps that shot, saved by Vasilevsky, and the always tricky Phil Kessel. Closing in on 400 career goals. Now a loose puck. There's a shot from Joseph, and that's blocked in front.
He's got to get that shot away quicker. He had time and room. He went too deep.
Here's another drive and a save by Vasilevsky. Rebound. Johan Larsson couldn't get the backhander to the net. Now back to the line. Another shot redirected and a save made by Vasilevsky, who's in a bit of a shooting gallery right now.
Yeah. Games that start like this that are really fast-paced, the forwards love them, the defense don't, because the defense have to sit back and handle the rush, and if they don't keep track of the fastest guys away from the puck, everybody gets burned.
Icing is the call against the Coyotes.
Let's go back and take a look at Cirelli and Mayo crashing into the boards. You'll see what I mean. They get tangled up only a few feet away, but see how they both clear their feet? You go in feet first, especially with skates, and boy, it can be disastrous. It could easily have been interference on that play, but they're letting them play here. We had the fight right off the opening face-off, and that could have been an interference call. So maybe that means there's going to be some latitude for the referees tonight.
I don't think there's any question that fight energized the Coyotes bench. Both teams have been going back and forth here in the opening 2.5 minutes. Here's Ladd again, quick shot. Vasilevsky the save, rebound picked up and moved out by Belmar. Belmar near side to Barré-Boulet to the middle, gets it back, takes the shot, and it's kicked aside by Ivan Prosvetov. Here's Belmont with a drive, and Prosvetov makes the stop on a point-blank shot from a slot.
And when you have a rough game to start, the way this fight set this one off, what happens is in front of the net, watch the Lightning coming out of the zone. They trap Soderstrom, the defenseman, number 77, so they're able to get Arizona scrambling somewhat, but the puck ends up on the end wall, and then the fight's going to be in front of the net. A series of fights, and I mean hand-to-hand combat. That's the way it should be. Belmar, who started that nice breakout, ends up getting a scoring chance, and then Barn-Boulet gets dropped in front of the net by Lyubushkin.
And it's a high-sticking call. Toyota power play, first of the night for the Lightning, who have gone 5 games without a power play goal. 0 for 14. Went 0 for 2 the other night in Pittsburgh. And they start with a puck right off the draw. Hedman winds, drops it back to Point. Point with a drive, and Prosvetov got a piece of that with Killorn right in the doorstep. There's Points back up top. Stamkos with a blast, and Prosvetov makes that save.
Well, if you want to get off to Schneid on the power play, maybe the best way to do it is against a penalty kill that's only 35%. That's what Arizona is, 35%. They have struggled, to say the least. Steven Stamkos has been given that much room to shoot, and if they continue to give him that much, it will end up in the back of the net. But Prosvetov, who has never been up against Steven Stamkos, I'm sure has been warned enough by his coaching staff, and he was there early for that save.
Just his second career start, his first this season. Point with the puck. Back to the line for Hedman. Hedman walks the line, drops it back to Point. Point down low. Here's Perry in front, and couldn't find his man. He's trying to feather it out there in front for Cirelli.
They put Corey Perry right in front of the net where Killorn had been. I think they want to change things up, obviously, because they haven't been able to score, but I think they also want to get Corey Perry scoring too. He should have about 4 goals already, but so far he's got none.
Hedman settles things down along the blue line, and they set things up again. Stamkos out of the corner, back up top to Hedman. Near side to Point. Hedman. Stamkos in front, and a bouncing puck over the stick of Perry, and cleared by the Coyotes' Shane Gostisbehere.
And that's the way it's gone for Corey Perry. He's been on the edge of the crease like he always is. Oh, and bad line change, and the Lightning leave it there. Everybody goes for a change.
And they have to get a big save by Vasilevsky on Jay Beagle. Lawson Krause was right down there, gave it a Beagle, and that was close.
Yeah, the Lightning wanted a line change, and they just weren't ready. The Lightning weren't ready on the bench, so Lawson Krause goes, okay, if you guys don't want it, I'll get it. He does get tied up, but still the Lightning are recovering and getting guys to the front of the net. And Jay Beagle is able to get a really good scoring chance. Mix up in communication there. That can't happen. Well, when your power play is a little bit off, different things seem to go astray.
Half a minute to go in this power play. Cirelli with a burst of speed, cutting in there, lost the handle. Colton follows up and chips that one wide. Andre Palat swings it around. Colton near side boards, back into the corner, gets it back. Up top to Sergachev, who's got a 3-game point streak. There's a shot, and the save made by Prosvetov.
I don't mind Sergei taking the shot. I'd rather see it be lower. I think he saw a screen at first, and that's why he tried to go top shelf. If you get some shots from the point from he and Victor Hedman early on in your power play, it means that the forwards for Arizona killing the penalty will have to drift up higher to try to take those shots away. That leaves more room for the forwards down low later on.
Anton Strawman, very familiar face and name around here. Sends the puck down the ice, and that's pretty much going to do it. Lyubushkin is on his feet in the box and stepping out right now. So they've killed that one off, and the Lightning, their drought in the power play continues for the time being. 0 for 1 tonight. Alex Killorn can't get it past Beagle. Picked up now by Larson. Larson in there, drops it back. Here's Chychrun, shoots, and that is stopped right in front of the Lightning net. Jacob Chychrun, 18 goals from the blue line last season in 56 games.
Yeah, ridiculous. He had way more goals than most forwards in the NHL in that shortened season. You got to know when he's on the ice.
Now here's a chance for the Lightning back the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Stamkos with a puck, feeds it across. Killorn in, shoots, scores! Killer has been hot to start this season, and he makes it 1-0 Tampa Bay.
Lightning do an excellent job here of retrieval as Arizona is extremely aggressive, but they get their D-man caught. Now a 2-on-1, actually a 3-on-1. Steven Stamkos gives it to Killorn early on. And two's a party, three's a crowd sometimes. I'm really glad that Killorn didn't try the extra pass, the drop pass to Hedman. Of course, the result is perfect. He makes a great shot. It's over the left pad and under the glove. Lightning fast break, great shot. Killorn's on the board.
He's on the board, Brian, with his 5th goal of the season. He now leads the Lightning in that department. Stamkos will pick up an assist. That'll be his 11th point.
Well, because of that confidence level, that's why he is going to shoot. He, like a lot of other guys, when they're not confident, he probably would have tried to make an extra pass back to Stammer or maybe to Hedman. But what a shot that was.
And for the 2nd consecutive game, the Lightning score first after having not scored first at all up until Tuesday night. They didn't even have a lead in regulation until that game, but now they seem to have bumped those slumps considerably. Gostisbehere dancing around. One of 2 Florida boys in this Arizona team, Gostisbehere and Chychrun. This one's banked off the inboards. And knocked down the ice off the stick of Barré-Boulet. Back to get it is Mayo, the rookie. Scored his first goal in his first NHL game last week. Lawson Crouse up ahead, can't connect with Clayton Keller. Keller's their leading goal scorer to start with 3 of them. And back the other way comes Joseph. Trying to backhand pass, never got through. Inside the blue line now, it's Stamkos. Arizona back the other way, Crouse. He's stripped of the puck. They try to split the D there. And now it's Sergachev at center, near side for the captain. Stamkos across, gets it to Palat. Palat just dumps that in, and it's met by Chychrun. Jacob Chychrun. Long-range snapshot off a stick and high and out of play. So we got a goal after a pretty hot start by Arizona. Tampa Bay scores first. Alex Killorn 1-0 on Valley.
It means they get up on the play. Left side of your screen. Sergachev's going to get up. He thinks he can get to a loose puck. No. But watch him get back and do a terrific job. He also gets help from Schuster, who comes over and snuffs out that play. That's a really tough thing to do. Put the brakes on. But look at this, how aggressive he gets and knocks the puck away from Crouse without taking a penalty before they even barely get inside the blue line. When the Lightning D are playing well, they're not always skating forwards up and backwards back. They're on the swoop, they're skating forwards a lot, and they surprise a lot of offensive players on the opposition.
Gostisbehere from the line, a snapshot that makes its way through and just grazes the outside of that post there. Gostisbehere drops it off, and here comes Killorn again. Killorn's got one already. Here he comes. And it's in. It's in. His 2nd of the period. 2-0 for Alex Killorn.
What a heck of an effort by Alex Killorn, who's got tons of confidence here. Both defense really get caught. It's Mayo and Gostisbehere, and it's Mayo who mishandles the puck. Gostisbehere, I thought, was going to take a penalty on the dive there, but Killorn did a nice job of feeling where he's coming from because he switches sides. First he's over his right shoulder, and then he's on his left. Killorn used his leg. It didn't go in initially, but he stays with it and doesn't do a flyby, and that's the key here. I don't think the original puck was going to go in, but Killer made sure he hung around there. Now he's got 2 goals.
He extended his goal streak to 3 games with his first, and that's his 2nd tonight, his 6th of the season. 2-0. Perry puts this one back towards the line. Snap back in by the Lightning. Arizona is a team that's giving up almost 5 goals a game right now to start this season. They thought Carter Hutton was going to be the guy playing most of the games, but he's injured right now. So in comes Prosvetov, and he's got a tough assignment here against the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champs who've got it rolling downhill.
Yeah, it's a heck of a way to start a season for a young goaltender, no doubt, but they don't have much choice. They've got several injuries, actually.
Oh, here's Radish again. Radish is in. He's stopped by Prosvetov. What a chance that was for Taylor Radish. Arizona steps back inside the line. Knocked away. Chychrun moves it across. Dmitry Yashkin back in the NHL after a couple years in the KHL where he was lighting it up over there. Here's a bounce out in front. Barre Boulet is there and he steers it away and it's lifted up and out by Ruda. Back to center. Johan Larsson pushed that one inside the line where it's picked up now by Mikhail Sergachev. 2 goals. 2 minutes and 1 second apart by Alex Killorn. It's made it 2-0 here, approaching the midway point of this first period. Big hit there by Andre Palat on Gostisbehere, and then he gets hammered again by Joseph. In comes Ladd on Joseph, and Ladd's going for a cross check.
Yeah, he got Joseph right across the back, and the optics of it certainly weren't good. He had his hands spread apart. That's the cross check.
Arizona penalty number 16. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
And Joseph had his back to him, and when he took him out into the wall, that's exactly what Arizona did not need, and the Lightning will be able to take advantage here. Building on a 2-goal lead already. Good forecheck here. Palat, as always, does it the right way. They turn the puck over and get pressure. And here's Joseph, and here comes the cross check right there.
Tampa Bay's second power play of the game. They missed out on their first one. 2 shots on it. In comes Steven Stamkos to take the draw after point was waved out. Chychrun played it back towards his netminder. I assume he was expecting that.
As of right now, yes.
Yes, he kept it out. It's kind of a hard shot. Bucks along the sideboards now, and it's chipped back in by the dependable veteran Jay Beagle, nearing the end of his good career. Stanley Cup champion, 2018 with the Washington Capitals. Did some good work with the Vancouver Canucks, just couldn't stay healthy all the time. Back to the point now for Victor Hedman. Hedman walks the line, snaps a shot. It's tipped by Killorn just wide.
Yeah, that went off a leg in front there. Victor saw something just inside the post. The Lightning are getting bodies to the front of the net, so it's good to see both Sergachev and Hedman taking these shots.
Here's Hedman again. Back to Point. Point puts it in there, down low for Perry. Perry back to Point. 1 minute gone in this power play. Hedman down low. There's a tip from Stamkos, and he banks it in. Scores! Steven Stamkos with a power play goal, and it's 3-0.
Steven Stamkos has scored a lot of goals on a lot of beautiful shots. This is just real smart play. He's going to take it to the net, and if the first one doesn't go in, what do you do? You bank it off the goaltender. That's definitely some inexperience there from Prosvetov, who doesn't get himself back against the post quickly enough. Maybe he wasn't sure where the puck was and didn't want to move. I don't know. But he was definitely too slow to move, and Stammer took advantage of it.
5th goal of the season for Stamkos. 2nd point tonight. He's up to 12 points now. What a start to this season the captain is having here in Tampa Bay. 3-0, just past the midway point of the first period.
I haven't seen Stammer skate this well in probably 3 or 4 years. His body is definitely healed up because he has been flying since day 1 in training camp, really.
Well, the Lightning are flying, that's for sure. They got 3 on the board over the Coyotes on Bally Sports.
Alex Killorn has 351 points in his career. That's more than any other Harvard player has ever had in the National Hockey League. And boy, what a great year he's having. Well, look at him protect the puck again on this breakaway. I thought maybe the second jab had got it. That's what it looked like from down here, but it did just sneak underneath Prosvetov. But watch him. He has the sense where the pressure is coming from without really looking, and certainly without slowing down. And not slowing down is another good point. I think his skating has gotten even better over the last 2 years. He's gotten quicker. So whatever he's doing training-wise, keep doing it.
He's kind of picking up where he left off in the playoffs. Before he got hurt in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final, blocking a shot, he was one of their top players. He was excellent all over the ice. He had 8 goals and 17 points in 19 playoff games, and then he was out of the lineup after getting hit with that Jeff Petrie slap shot.
Yeah, and that just showed his commitment. He had fractured tib fib because he did make a key block at that time, and it cost him. He has been brilliant in both the Cup years, absolutely brilliant. PK, power play, even strength, all of it.
Coyotes trying to get something going here and respond. Here's Kessel with a snapshot that goes off a leg. Phil Kessel, who scored a goal in their last game. Over the far boards there, Yashkin can't dig it free, and it comes into the middle of the ice for Chernak. Chernak trying to find the rookie Radish, and back the other way comes Kessel. There's the snapshot up high on Vasilevsky, makes the save.
Vasilevsky's seen enough of Phil Kessel. He knows what it feels like. Kessel has got an outstanding wrist shot, and he can shoot in mid-stride better than most players in the National Hockey League. It's sneaky good, quick, and it's really accurate.
392 career goals. There's a couple of guys right now, active U.S.-born players, that are closing in on 400. He's one of them. Oh, along the side boards here. Look out. Gloves are going to come off again. That's Krause, who laid the hit.
Yeah.
And in comes Maroon for the second time in his period. He's dropped the gloves in defense of his teammate.
That was a tough hit, real tough hit. The Lightning got all over Krause right off the bat. Corey Perry was slow to get up, and Maroon, who always sticks up for everybody. Yeah, it's been a long first period for Maroon. Most of it sitting on the other side of the ice. Tough way to make a living, folks. But when you're the guy that people depend on to stand up at certain times, Pat Maroon, no problem doing it. Looks like Corey Perry's okay. Perry's over here next to me.
Arizona 67. 2 minutes for boarding. Tampa Bay 14. 2 minutes for instigator, 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes misconduct or fighting.
So he got an instigator, and did he say 5 or 10? He said both.
He said 2 and 5 and 10. But there was no 5 for Krause. He didn't announce that anyway, but I'm sure that must be the case.
There's the hit. There's the hit that was dangerous by Krause on Corey Perry as he's trying to come up the wall. The numbers are showing, and it's a good thing he didn't get his face plowed into. He was able to hold his head back, Corey Perry that is. And then look at Maroon, goes, no, none of that. Schuster was on his way there as well. Krause could have taken his pick, but Pat Maroon doing the dirty work again. Krause is a big guy, as is Maroon. I thought it could have been 5 for, could have been a major for boarding there too, but they didn't give that to Krause.
So they're sorting things out of the timing bench. Second fight of this period for Pat Maroon. Remember, the first one was a marathon, pretty much right off the opening faceoff. Here's another look at the hit.
Yeah, you see, Corey Perry has no idea that he's coming, and he really got crumpled into the wall. I'm really glad he was able to pull his head back there.
So Krause does get just 2 minutes for that boarding, and yes, obviously the 5 minutes for fighting. And the 10-minute misconduct handed out to Maroon. Here they come again. Swept in front and tipped just wide off the stick of Cirelli. Back up the ice comes Ladd, who's now out of the box. Ladd into the middle there for Barrett Hayden. Hayden just called up from the American League, Tucson Roadrunners. First round pick of the Coyotes. Near side for Gostisbehere. Clayton Keller chips it up ahead. Goes in after against Sergachev. And back to the point for Gostisbehere. Save made by Vasilevsky. Kick back the line for Gostisbehere. Across, there's another rocket that goes just wide.
Well, that had some stuff on it too. That curved about 2.5, 3 feet. The puck was on edge when Mayo hit it, and it curved wide outside the post.
Stopped in behind the net by Vasilevsky. Sends up the boards, and now away comes Steven Stamkos. 2 points for him in this period already. Stripped of the puck, taken away by Lyubushkin, and moved across the ice. Ryan McDonough being tracked there by Yashkin. Tipped up the boards there by Stamkos. To the line, it's Lyubushkin. Puts it across. Here's Soderstrom with a rocket shot. Rookie Victor Soderstrom, 77 on that blue line.
And they're getting some traffic in front of Vasilevsky too. He hasn't seen the last couple of shots from the point, I don't think, but they've hit legs and been deflected wide.
Joseph with the outlet pass off the wall up to center ice, and it's chipped in by Andre Palat. Palat, who got the game-winning goal Tuesday night in Pittsburgh. An excellent shot. Here's Schuster. Andre Schuster still in the corners. It comes back to him. They're giving those boards a workout here. Here's Radish to Belmar. Sergachev looks, fires, and Prosvetov got a piece of that. Larson surrounded by the Lightning. They come away with the puck, work it back to Schuster. His drive, save made, and the rebound's picked up by Kessel.
Excellent, hot, hard shot, barely off the ice by Schuster. That was dangerous again. Lots of traffic in front of the net. And Prosvetov was able to find a handle in that one.
Joseph chips it in, and there's Perry. Perry along the end boards with Colton. Here's a loose puck in front, and oh, what a save by Prosvetov on Perry. He made a great move. And he just can't get his first goal as a member of the Lightning just yet. It's not going to come easily. What a chance there for the veteran. As he steps out, had him down, and just couldn't tuck it in.
Corey Perry just cannot get the puck to go in the net. He lives around the paint. He's really good at it. Look at these hands. Makes a nice little move. The 5 holes closed as he tries to go wide. Prosvetov did a really good job of getting that pad way across. Look at that. He's got the entire crease covered with those legs. He's a big goalie. Just as his feet are taken out from underneath him, Corey Perry wasn't able to sort of shift his weight and lift it over the pad because of that. He's had lots of opportunities. And boy, has he seen the Coyotes. 69 career games against the Coyotes. He got 28 goals and 57 points. They've had their load, their fill of Corey Perry, but tonight so far, they got his number.
I think everybody in the Western Conference got their fill of Corey Perry. Here he is again, shoots, and save made by Prosvetov.
Maybe it's time to just close his eyes and shoot. Sometimes it'll go in then. He knows what to do. He knows scoring slumps. He knows going on scoring binges. He's done it all. When you're headed for 400 career goals, you know what you're doing. Great release, nasty edge to his game, all of that.
His last goal was against the Lightning in Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final. Up at the Bell Center in Montreal. Stamkos directs little traffic. It's won by Beagle, who's off to a very good start in the face-off circle. One of the things that he does well. Up ahead to Ladd. Tipped up ahead, try to find Fisher, and Fisher was knocked off his skates. Andrew Ladd. Back to Christian Fisher. No lane to shoot, so he just rattles this one off the boards. It caught some of the netting, and we get a whistle. Well, here's tonight's Taco Bell take.
Well, the first key will be both blue lines, and the Lightning have already proven that. They've done a really good job at their own, and they've forced turnovers, including the breakaway for Killorn that led to one of his goals. And then retrievals. They've also done a real nice job at that in the offensive zone and in your own end. After there are shots at both ends of the ice, who gets to it first? You get really good chances, or prevent really good chances against you. You got to get those retrievals.
In the corner, Yashkin sends it around. Clayton Keller is over there, pokes it back into the corner for Barrett Hayden. Yashkin dancing around, trying to shake the check of McDonough one way, then the other, then kicks it back to the line for Mayo. Mayo just feathers this one back along the boards. And it's pulled out of there by Tampa Bay. Pass up ahead by Chernak. Now to the middle for Cirelli. Cirelli back to Point. Point back down low for Anthony Cirelli. Banks it back to the line. Chernak across. McDonough with a shot. And Prosvetov had to come across. Little redirect right in front, Brian.
Yeah, maybe even Gostisbehere may have gotten a skate on that to help his goaltender out. Brayden Point having a beef with Hayton as they went to the bench, too. I didn't see what Point didn't like, but Point gave a pretty good shot to Hayton. He's not going to get a penalty for it.
And there is an interference penalty coming up here.
Oh, and Palat. Is that Roussel after him? I can't see from here. Yeah, Antoine Roussel, who is a very fiery, feisty player, to say the least. I didn't see what he was upset about, but he ain't happy about anything that Palat did, and Roussel's got lots of words for the Lightning bench as he goes to his.
Tampa Bay 18, minor for difference.
Interference for Andre Palat. 6 hits in the game the other night against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he was involved, that's for sure. We already told you also the game-winning goal, and here's the interference call, and that's why Roussel was upset.
Yeah. Roussel wasn't around the puck, and Palat just clipped him. Got a little piece of him there with his backside and spun him around. And Roussel and everybody on Arizona is not exactly in a good mood, down 3-0 with 3 minutes to go in the first.
First power play of the night for Arizona. The penalty kill for the Lightning was 3 for 4 on Tuesday night against the Penguins. Loose puck in front. Is at the skates of Andrew Ladd. It's found and cleared. Arizona power play. They have just 2 power play goals so far this season. 2 for 16. Nothing in their last 3 games. Clayton Keller has both of their power play goals. He's out on the ice right now. Number 9 at the point, gets by Gostisbehere, and Joseph just overskated that one. Otherwise, he was gone again on the penalty kill.
Joseph gets at least one good chance, at least one, on the penalty kill every game. And these teams are not used to seeing him and how fast he really is. And he and Bellemare work really good together. Bellemare helps move him around on the ice, and when he turns pucks over, Joseph's gone up the middle.
Coyotes try to set things up. There's Kessel. Kessel puts it across to Gostisbehere. The Ghost dancing around, throws it out in front. It comes to Kessel. Kessel fans on that one, and Joseph just dumps this the length of the ice. 2 minutes to go in a first period that has been dominated all of a sudden by the Tampa Bay Lightning. A couple of goals by Alex Killorn, a third by Steven Stamkos. Through center, Hayden dumps it off to Yashkin. They get it back to the line. Jacob Chychrun. Little backhand feed to Soderstrom. Soderstrom back to Chychrun. Chychrun in there with a shot, caught the side of the net, and then swings it around the boards. Pressure comes along the side wall, and out they come again. Just inside the line is Alex Killorn. And again, nothing fancy, just getting it deep.
With excellent work there by Hedman and Killorn together, jumping on Hayton. Hayton was along the wall, didn't have the puck under control. That's always the key to good penalty killing. When a guy's not in control, if you're close enough to get to him, that's the time to jump him. That's what they did, and they turned the puck over.
Perry settles it down, gets it back to the D. Jan Ruda off the ice. 1 minute to go here in the first period. Prosvetov kicked that one back into the corner. And it's chipped in by the Coyotes. O'Brien's up in the play, and it's taken away by Ryan McDonough. Through center, there's Perry. Little feed across to Alex Barré-Boulet, who got an assist in the win against Pittsburgh. His first points back in a Lightning uniform.
He's got really good offensive instincts, and he's going to get some more ice time now with Maroon out, all the penalty minutes that he's piled up.
No shots for the Coyotes on their power play, by the way. They're 0 for 1 on the night.
Yeah, nothing even really remotely close to dangerous. He tried one shot from the side, but otherwise Lightning doing a really good job of frustrating them.
Well, stay tuned for your local Honda dealer first intermission report. Here's what's coming up. Paul Kennedy is standing by with Adam Hall, and they're going to talk with the guy who's been the star of the show in this opening period, Alex Killorn. We'll go inside the locker room and we'll get some spooky Halloween thoughts from your favorite Bolts. That along with some highlight stats and analysis all coming up very shortly. Face-off pulled back to Gostisbehere. His shot blocked. Comes to the near side boards. Radish. Inside the line. Can't get it deep in time. Is going to tick down on a period that sees the Lightning strike 3 times to open up a pretty big lead here on home ice. Scoring goals in the first period had been a problem. They only had 1 of them coming into tonight. Now they got 3. And it's 3-0. Now let's join Paul Kennedy and Adam Hall in our Honda first period intermission reports.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. Steven Stamkos with an assist in this game. Adam, we saw it in Pittsburgh, and I think it's evident again tonight. When they hit and when they fight, they are a far more effective hockey team.
Yeah, they are exactly right. And I think what happens is you get emotionally invested in the game early, right off the bat. You can't sit by and watch something like that. When you see Pat Maroon go to war right off the bat, 5 seconds into the hockey game, both benches are into it. Both teams are into it emotionally. And then you see the Coyotes come at them, physical, finishing hits, forechecking hard. You see some of the big guys. You see some of the hit from behind on Perry later in the game, and then Pat Maroon answer the bell again. You know, it makes you ask this question: if the Lightning do not have a player like Pat Maroon in the lineup, then are they up 3-0 in this game, or maybe they're down a goal or 2 after getting intimidated and getting run out of the rink? So I think that really speaks a lot of volume about Pat Maroon and what he brings to this lineup.
Well, let's put that to Alex Killorn, who's had a sensational first period of action. He has scored a pair of goals in this game. How much does it mean when you're hitting, fighting, coming out of the box? Patty's setting a tone like this. What does it bring in your game and the rest of the team?
I think it's huge. I mean, you look at a game, Thursday night game against Arizona, 500 team right now, and Patty comes out, steps up for the team not once but twice. Huge momentum for us coming into this game.
Yeah, Alex, can you tell us a little bit about each of your goals in the first period, how can set them up and how they happened, and then also what that means to kind of play with the lead again?
Yeah, we haven't played for the lead in a long time. I think on the first one, I don't know how it came about, but it was a 2-on-1 with me and Stammer. He found me pretty early, so it was kind of a little mini breakaway. And then the second one, it was just a puck race with me and another D-man. I had him right on my back. I just wanted to get a shot off, and luckily it trickled in.
Hey, you'd strip Gostisbehere. You have 6 goals now. That leads this team. Can you talk about your confidence at the moment, at the outset of this season? Because, Alex, you're playing with an authoritative aspect to your game.
Well, I think just, you know, riding the momentum from the playoffs. I thought I had a pretty good playoffs last year. And coming into this year, I've been pretty fortunate to get some goals to start. That's always great for the confidence going into a season.
All right, Alex, good luck. Thank you. Alex Killorn has 1 hat trick in his career. Came a couple of years ago against the Washington Caps. He's headed in that direction again tonight. Tampa Bay scores 3 times. Killorn twice. Steven Stamkos as well on the power play. Highlights of all 3 tallies and more just ahead on the Honda Intermission Report. Hockey on Bally Sports is brought to you by your local Honda dealer. And by Rooms to Go. Don't miss the store-wide mattress sale going on now at Rooms to Go. 20 minutes of action in the books tonight. Lovely downtown Tampa. Adam Hall's insights and highlights from our first period with the Coyotes in town next on Bally Sports.
Fans, download the Lightning mobile app presented by Spectrum Mobile and get breaking news, player stats, and special offers. Download the app today for iOS and Android. Now back to our coverage of Bolts hockey.
Bally Sports welcomes you back to Tampa Bay. The Bolts in a big way, leading 3-0 over Arizona as we salute a Lightning Foundation community hero. Grief can be a passage toward a higher purpose, and for Ellen Snelling, the loss of her brother to an overdose inspired her to make a difference in the lives of others. For 20 years, she's been volunteering with the Hillsborough County Anti-Drug Alliance, an organization dedicated to the education and prevention of substance abuse, and spearheading the DEA Take Back Day. They've collected over 19,000 pounds of unused prescriptions. Ellen, you are a hero, and tonight Elizabeth Frazier, the foundation director, presenting her a $50,000 grant for the Hillsborough County Anti-Drug Allowance Foundation, created by Jeff and Penny Vennick, has awarded $23 million in the last 11 years to charities such as Ellen's. Very well done, Miss Snelling. Adam Hall, Paul Kennedy. Wow, what a terrific action-packed first period that was. Huh?
Yeah, it certainly was, and it got off to an instant start, obviously with a fight right away. 5 seconds into the game, Pat Maroon dropping the gloves with O'Brien, and then the Lightning just took off in a scoring. And you talk about earlier in the season when they were having such a problem playing with the lead, and then you jump out to the lead like this. So nice to see them establish that early.
Here at Halloween weekend, the killer is loose, and Alex Killorn to our Honda highlights, the first of his 2 goals in about 2 minutes and a second.
Yeah, and here Coyotes got caught 4 guys deep with a turnover, and then Stamkos is off to the races with Killorn and even Hedman almost on a 3-on-1, and Killorn makes an incredible shot, far side, just under the glove inside the post, and great shot to get the Lightning up 1-0.
Stripping Gostisbehere, the ghost here, and Killorn unassisted.
Yeah, and this is just a great job causing the turnover, using his speed and really fighting off the defender, making a great move, and the puck just trickles under the glove and over the pad of the outstretched arm of the goaltender there and just over the goal line. So Killorn showing that type of aggressiveness. He talked about the confidence he's playing with, and certainly helped him out there in that breakaway.
Young Ivan Prosvetov, a very difficult season debut for him. And the third, Steven Stamkos, finally, the power play works.
That's right. And you know, it was just a matter of time with the type of personnel they have out there. Stamkos by the side of the net, great tip, and then banks the puck off the back of the goaltender to score his first of the game.
Our Advent Health goal scoring summary for Steven Stamkos. Every goal is a franchise record, number 444 career. Well, they'll have Saturday and Sunday off. Isn't that a unique wrinkle in the schedule? Wonderful for the holiday season. And the Bolts sat down with us to share candies and costumes and talk about being in the Halloween spirit.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen one, but I just...
They got to be out there.
They got to be out there. So I will say yes to that.
Yeah.
What is your favorite scary movie?
Favorite? I don't like scary movies. Like,
Yeah, me neither.
I'm not a big scary movie fan.
I like watching them, but I get scared.
I don't know, maybe like I'll just say like Halloween, because that's the only one I really know. Like, there's like 9 of them, but yeah.
Yeah, with the guy, Michael
Myers, yeah.
Speaking of ghosts, would you spend the night in a haunted house?
If I knew it was haunted going in, probably not.
Yeah, I'd be freaked out.
Yeah. I don't think I want to risk.
No, I'm good.
Just the mere fact I probably just wouldn't sleep.
Right.
If you were a ghost, who would you want to haunt?
Would I want to haunt?
Yeah.
Who would I want to haunt?
I'd want to haunt Pat Maroon. I don't hate Pat Maroon. I just think it'd be funny to like scare him. Be like, dude. Or I'd be like, Francesca, what is that? There's something in there. Who's the house? Who's the house? Dude.
There's a lot of guys I'd like to haunt. Big Rig?
Yeah.
Big Rig would be.
Rig and Killer, because I think they would both freak out.
Yeah. I'd love to see Pointer's reaction too. I feel like he could just spark up a conversation with a ghost. He's just so interesting though too. I don't think he'd be scared. He'd just like
heart rate would not get above 40.
No, exactly.
Pat Maroon's been pretty scary in the first 20 minutes. A couple of fights, 3 goals in all. Hey, Brian, with our second on Halloween weekend on the Hyundai Mercer Report.
Lightning Hockey is presented by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Visit BMWTampaBay.com for exceptional offers. An exceptional first period for the Tampa Bay Lightning, up 3-0 over the Arizona Coyotes. Dave Reindorf back with you along with Brian Engblom. What were the key areas? Actually, I know what you're going to say. The key areas in every hockey game are the blue lines. How'd the Lightning do?
Terrific. I mean, they turned pucks over, catching Arizona defensemen, especially inside the Lightning zone. They got fast breaks. They got pucks deep on the rush when they had to, but they also had room and realized when they had a chance to carry it in. Killorn's been leading the way as we look at the numbers. Franchise history, he just keeps moving on up. What a great period he had. That line has been terrific. 2 points for him, 2 points for Stamkos, and although Cirelli doesn't have any points in this game yet, he had a terrific first period as well, too. Breakneck speed down here, big hits, and of course a couple of scraps. So lots of action in that first 20.
And lots of hockey left to play, so they want to keep the good habits up and keep on going. 2 games at home here. Washington is in here on Monday night. Second meeting with them this season. That's going to be offside at the blue line. Here, tonight's first period key stats brought to you by Southern Ford.
Lightning did an awful lot of good things in that first period, and they got off to a quick start. So the 3 goals and getting the lead is big for them. Shots, not a huge discrepancy there. They're getting killed in the face-off circle, though. That's one thing they really need to work on. Beagle, in particular, for Arizona, is 7 for 9, and Arizona was over 80% in the face-off circle.
Victor Hedman backs up along the sideboards, trying to pass through the middle, went off the leg of Yashkin, and back inside the line to pick it up is Sergachev. On the backhand, chips it down the ice, racing after it is Killorn. Killorn gets tangled up over there with Anton Stroman, his former teammate. And it's gathered up again by Killorn. Near side for Hedman again, and back in it goes. Prosvetov, the 22-year-old rookie from Moscow, scoops that one up. Lightning fans, the first holiday puck of the 21-22 season has arrived. Get your limited edition Halloween puck. While supplies last at Amalie Arena, you can also use one-click checkout with Fast at TampaBaySports.com.
Prosvetov got quite the initiation back into the NHL. He's only had 3 career games, but boy, he had it going in the American League when he got called up. 2 shutouts and a .944 save percentage.
Barré-Boulet with a snapshot from a sharp angle, rises on him, goes over the netminder, and picked up by Arizona. Flying up there is O'Brien, and Christian Fischer now with the puck. Banked off the boards, back to Mayo. His drive well wide of the target. Pushed back in by Gostisbehere. Jay Beagle up along the end board, stripped to the puck by Chernak. And Chernak checked there by O'Brien, and now some work by Beagle. Almost stripped the puck from Belmar, but the veteran got it out, and it's dumped right back in, and that line will change. Off the center. Off the stick of Barré-Boulet and in. Soderstrom, 11th overall pick in 2019. Got the puck moving up the ice. Here's Krause. Krause heavily on the forecheck. Turned over inside the line. Keller trying to poke it free, and Palat stripped him of the puck. Now back the other way comes Stamkos again. There's the shot, and that one whistles high and off the target and out of play.
Real good stick there by Lyubushkin, the defenseman. And speaking of defensemen, there's Phil Housley, the Hall of Famer, who is in charge of the D-man here for Arizona. He's got his hands full after that first period. I'm sure there were some conversations. He was an extremely aggressive, and a big reason he's in the Hall of Fame. Great skater, very aggressive offensively. And Phil learned along the way how to play defense and do it his way. And he would have been great in today's game because he was so mobile. But I'm sure some conversations about not getting caught, about reading the speed that the Lightning came at them with, and certainly not turning pucks over at the offensive blue line would be on his list.
4th all-time amongst defensemen in NHL history is Phil Housley in points. You're right. Can he dance back there? Here's Strawman now. Picks up the puck behind his own net. Stretch pass up the ice, trying to find Roussel. Roussel to Ladd, now picked up there by Boyd with a shot, and a save made by Vasilevsky on Travis Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd coming late on the play, and now we got more pushing and shoving going. Andre Palat in there. along with Roussel. And then Sergachev, not sure who that up against the glass. Oh, Andrew Ladd.
Yeah, Ladd was engaged there down low. You know, Roussel's not going to go away all night. He's going to be in somebody's face.
Well, second layer of attack, that's what causes problems for the Lightning. See, the Lightning D-men don't get much support very quickly early on. And it's that second wave of attack coming in, and Boyd was the guy coming late. He was able to walk right in to a pretty decent scoring chance, and then that's all the dancing that went on. Andrew Ladd, who wasn't even really in the league last year, only played a handful of games for the New York Islanders, is back again, invited to camp and earned his way onto the team. And they've had so many changes, 10 trades and 19 players and 19 draft picks. A busy time for the Arizona Coyotes, who've changed a lot over the last few years.
Well, it's the plan. They have 8 picks in the first 2 rounds of next year's draft.
Yeah.
8. Here's a chance here for Perry. Steps in across, and they couldn't find Colton. It was right in the blue paint. Belmar. Ross Colton. Puck knocked off his stick, and backing up is Chernak. Phil Kessel snaps a pass up inside the blue line. There's a backhander by Yashkin that's steered away by Vasilevsky. Van onto the point. Colton almost stripped it away there from Soderstrom.
Soderstrom's had a tough time at the offensive blue line. He got caught at least twice in that first period. Nearly turned the puck over there, and I think it's just pure nervousness now. The guys in blue are coming at him so quickly. He's a little nervous with the biscuit.
He's only 20 years of age. He played in the World Junior last year in his first season in North America. Back to the point. Lyubushkin. Arizona trying to get something going here. Christian Fischer puts it back to Lyubushkin. Here is Soderstrom again. Soderstrom angled off Cirelli, chases after the puck and then cycles it back. Coyotes working it around the edge. Beagle into the corner, and it's put back to the near point for Lyubushkin. Wrist shot on the way, and that is snared and held by Vasilevsky.
Jay Beagle takes a little pop at Jan Ruda, knocked him down after the whistle. Everything's on edge, and understandably with the way the game started. Arizona now trying to just get pucks in the net, and they have had bodies. I said that in the first period as well. There were shots from the D. The Lightning did a really good job of. They got out high on the defense and deflected a lot of shots away that never got to Vasilevsky, and I'm convinced that there was at least a couple of them that Vasi never saw. It's a good thing they weren't on net because of the traffic in front.
Andrei Vasilevsky just 1 goal against on 29 shots in Pittsburgh on Tuesday. He was excellent. Here's Clayton Keller now. Keller cuts across the middle, hangs on. Keller takes the shot, and Vasilevsky tracked him all the way across, made the save. Puck trickled in behind the net. Now it's moved into the corner. Andre Palat up on the puck. Works it around the boards, what's meant by Chernak. Back around the near side. Matthew Joseph. 1 step too late, and it's moved out by the Coyotes. Costas Bear has the puck stripped, and the Lightning step out right through the middle of the ice. Joseph drops it back for Stamkos. His shot is blocked. You're right in the slot. And a penalty call coming up here. It's going to be a hooking call against the Coyotes.
Arizona penalty number 61. 2 minutes for hooking.
Dyson Mail reached out with the stick a little bit too much. Got up on the hands, and he tweaked Andre Palat around, spun him around. So the Lightning go back on the power play, and the power play was a big reason why the Lightning were feeling good about themselves in that first period. When your big guys get several power plays in the first, yeah, they start handling the puck more, start feeling it good. Killorn ends up with 2 goals. Stammer had a goal and assist, and Now they'll get a chance to work at it again now.
Yeah, and the power play goal did come from Stamkos. Right around the midway point of that first period. And of course, he's right back out there. Perry gets it back to Hedman. Hedman hangs on. Victor Hedman with a wrist shot off a leg and in behind the net. The Lightning power play 1 for 2 tonight with a total of 4 shots. One of them went in. That one goes off of Stamkos. Braden Point gathers up the puck to Killorn. Killorn with a shot saved by Prosvetov. Hedman again. Hedman waits, fires, and a glove save made again by Prosvetov.
You got to be able to keep pucks alive, and you got to be able to keep the pucks in the zone too. Coyotes got to a loose puck, and they thought they were going to get it down the ice, but Stamkos did a heck of a job of reading it, and he cupped the puck in along the wall right here. They think they're going to get it out. It's a hard shot, but Stammer gets his backside up against the wall and keeps it in. Keeps the pressure on. Little things like that to keep your power play alive.
Second unit comes out for John Cooper. A unit that has Alex Barré-Boulet on it, along with Ross Colton. We've seen a lot of changes since Nikita Kucherov went down with injury, and the Lightning announcing yesterday he underwent a successful procedure and is going to be on the shelf 8 to 10 weeks. Here's Palat, moves the puck across. Barré-Boulet shoots, save made by Prosvetov. And back the other way come the Coyotes. Off the ice. That's Roussel forcing the issue. Gets it all the way down there and dumps it in. Over a minute gone on the Lightning power play. Their third of the night. Cirelli. Stick check there. Barré-Boulet comes in and it rolls back for Sergachev. Off the bench comes Hedman. Hedman left side, trying to go across the ice and gets this puck back. Hedman again, far side. Corey Perry, little stutter step there on Gostisbehere to the corner now for Killorn. Killorn feeds Stamkos. Stamkos across to Hedman. Hedman walks the line, switches spots with Stamkos. Here's the one-time shot and a save made by Prosvetov on a rocket from Stamkos. Stamkos, Perry out in front, and that pass gets through Killorn. Power play's over. Lightning still with a puck. Killorn to Perry. Hedman, snapshot. Killorn was cruising through looking for a tip. Coyotes need to get this out, and they are going to, as we're back to even strength.
Boy, they did a nice job of showing him a couple of different looks, and the big one, of course, was that one-timer for Stammer. Great movement there, confusing the penalty killers.
See that one developing as he and Hedman kind of crisscrossed up high in the zone. Victor Hedman comes into tonight. 7 assists. Tied for first most points amongst defensemen in the NHL to start the season. Anton Stralman, longtime former partner of his, shoveled that one up and into the air. It's pulled down, and we get ourselves a whistle with 12 to go in the second period. 3-0 Lightning.
Steven Stamkos is off to a whale of a start this season. He almost scored again. Watch this power play and the movement. He's up at the top of the screen. Good movement back and forth. Look at Hedman. Look at Stammer looping up. I mean, is this a setup or what? He's coming downhill right through the middle of the ice. Nice little drop pass there, and he did hammer that. He didn't hit the corner as much as he probably would have liked to, but there's what Prosvetov saw, and he was able to make the save on it.
Here's tonight's player profile brought to you by Kia.
5 goals and 7 assists already for Stammer. At least 1 point in 6 of 8.
So he's up to 12 points. That puts him just 3 points back of Connor McDavid right now. And he's tied with Leon Draisaitl. He was just one of 6 guys in double digits coming into tonight. So yeah, I think you're right. Hot start for Stamkos. Cleared by the Lightning off the stick of Barré-Boulet. Sent back in. Trapped behind the net by Vasilevsky. Moves that one into the corner. Oh, Sergachev was really decked by Ladd. Bounced right back up. Here's a chance for Barre Boulet with a shot, and that is blocked.
Great play by Barre Boulet.
Here's Sergachev again with a shot. Tipped just wide. Rebound picked up by Radish. Radish out of the corner. Barre Boulet in front. Belmar's in traffic. Radish is trying to swat at it on the backhand. And the Coyotes muscle this puck out of their own zone. Just barely. Now stepping back in. Here's Boyd. Boyd across. There's a shot. Save made by Vasilevsky on Kraus.
Vasilevsky with a terrific save there. Yeah, Andrew Ladd and Sergachev have really got something going on. We saw them going at each other after a face-off last time, and Sergey's looking into the middle of the ice, and Ladd really cleaned him out there, finished him off, coming right down the walls. Sergachev had his head turned. Sergey doesn't take those kind of things kindly, and he has no problem getting back after people when they give him a lick.
Oh, he's already seen Maroon fight twice tonight. Certainly got this team engaged. Here's Keller. Keller in some tight traffic, was being watched there by Points and Killorn. Puck is loose and it's tapped away from danger. McDonough up ahead to Braden Points. Taken away by Clayton Keller. Keller was the 7th overall pick in 2016. One big year at Boston University and then straight to the NHL. He gets onto the puck. Dishes off. There's a shot that is blocked by Chernak right out in front. Off the stick of O'Brien.
Yeah, Clayton Keller's one of those guys that just slides around with the puck and away from the puck. He knows how to find those seams, and all of a sudden he's in the scoring area, and he doesn't need many chances to put it in.
3 points away from 200 in his career at 23 years of age.
He's not going to play the big heavy game because he's not a very big guy, so he's got to play that way.
In behind the net, poked away by Ruda. Comes along the boards for Radish. Radish is a guy that John Cooper feels is just getting more and more comfortable as the games go on. Colton up the ice, near side for Corey Perry. Rolls into the corner there. Players dig for the puck, and it pops out to Larson. Larson through center with Phil Kessel. Banked up ahead, Johan Larson. 7 years as a Buffalo Sabre, now in the desert. He's got the puck now. Larson crisscrosses there with Kessel. Kessel dancing back and forth on Schuster. Puck is worked across. Jacob Chikrin snaps a shot, partially blocked, and then cleared away down the ice by Radish. Past the midway point of the second period. All 3 goals coming in the first. 2 of them by Alex Killorn tonight. The other one by that guy right there, Steven Stamkos. Puck is at the feet there of Perry, and it comes free. Schuster is going to race after that one against Gostisbehere. Boyd tried to center it, could not. Now it's picked up by Stamkos. Stamkos banks this one off the boards. Tapped on the way by. Icing was waved off.
Long shift. The Lightning finally get the change they want.
Dyson Mayo, the rookie, sends it back into the Lightning zone. Comes near side for Andre Palat. Palat's pass got off the stick of Stamkos, and it's right back inside the Tampa Bay line. Here's Keller off the bench, snaps a shot, and hit the side of the goal. Labushkin races over to keep it in. Long stretch without a whistle here as Jan Ruda starts out. Ruda, give and go, gets it back, fires a shot in over the Coyotes' net.
Arizona more organized now in the offensive zone, not taking as many chances, and their D-men are definitely picking their spots better, so they're not getting caught inside the zone and giving up those rushes they did in the first for goals against.
And that one's shoveled up and out of play, and finally we get a whistle. 7:33 to go. We'll step aside. You're watching Lightning Hockey on Bally Sports. Tune into Bally Sports on Monday night as the Lightning host Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. Coverage begins with Lightning Live pregame at 6:30. Bolts, Caps, Monday nights, right here on Bally Sports.
That'll be a fun one again. Whenever they play the Capitals, there's always lots of action. Heavy hitting. Two teams that like to run at each other. And speaking of heavy hitting, back by popular demand, Pat Maroon. It is share of penalty minutes, a couple of fights in that first period, and a couple of misconducts as well. And he got a big-time ovation from the fans when he came back.
A couple of fights, yeah. You know, you're talking about Ovechkin, 36 years of age. He's got 8 goals in 7 games. I mean, it's just never going to slow down, is it?
Nope. He is driven to score.
Yeah. So make sure you don't miss that one on Monday. That's the next assignment for these Arizona Coyotes. You talk about out of the frying pan into the fire. They're there tomorrow night. Puck is dumped into the Arizona zone. Colton jams to the puck, gets into open ice. There's Maroon. And there is Anton Strowman. Chychrun. Chychrun, no points yet. An outstanding offensive defenseman, doesn't have any points, and his plus minus, because he plays so much, is taking a beating. He was -10 coming into this game.
Yeah, when you're giving up a lot of goals and you are that guy who's getting the most ice time on D, that's what's going to happen. That one got deflected. He was partially hooked, I thought. Schuster ends up shooting it over the glass. They're conferring here to see if it's a penalty, but in my mind, he was getting tweaked up there. So that shouldn't be a penalty from what I could see down here. He's just trying to clear it against the glass when he's at his blue line to get it out of the middle of the ice. Here's Schuster. Oh yeah. See, to me that shouldn't be one. He's being checked. It's not going to be.
You're right.
Yeah.
You are correct. Face off inside the line. As the head coach confers with the tablet. Check things out. No, the face-off is going to be outside the blue line. My mistake. Jeff Halpern, who's a former Coyote, by the way. This side Coop there on the bench. Sent back in by the Lightning. Banked off the end boards. Comes to the line, kicked down by McDonough, and now it's a race. Lawson Kroos has got a step. Kroos is in, stopped by Vasilevsky.
Really good teamwork there at the very end. McDonough and Vasilevsky. McDonough tried to get it across, and Chernak decided to split wide and be ready for a pass. Well, it got intercepted, and now it's a breakaway. And excellent work coming back there. McDonough doing a real nice job forcing to the backhand, and then he gets some support as well. Great point. It was so darn fast. I think he even got a stick on it. But once Vasilevsky could read that McDonough was going to force him to the backhand, and that was the smart thing to do because guys aren't as good on their backhand, Vasi is able to get close to him and shut him off.
Sent back in, Strowman back to retrieve it. Backed off of the end board, sent right back in, they score!
There it is.
Alex Barré-Boulet with a tip on the back door. 4-0 Tampa Bay.
Good for Barré-Boulet. Outstanding heads-up play by Sergachev, and just miscommunication by Arizona. Look at Arizona. There is nobody in the same zip code, but Sergachev saw him, and how about that for some sweet hands? You got to know where you are, you got to know where the net is, and you got to know the goaltender is not going to get over there. Sergachev took a look before he got to that puck, and he put it right on the tape. Beautiful goal, well done by Barré-Boulet, who's made some really good plays in this game at both ends of the ice.
The 24-year-old, the story's been well documented. Picked up by the Seattle Kraken off of the waiver wire. Goes out there, plays a couple games with them while they were on the road, and then reclaimed by the Lightning, and he's got points in back-to-back games now for Tampa Bay. There's a wrist shot that is blocked. And it's 4-0. There's a shot, little knuckler off the stick of Kessel, saved by Vasilevsky, and he keeps the play moving. Soderstrom up the boards. Yashkin. Dyson Mail. This one pops into the middle of the ice. Yashkin stepping in there, kick saved by Vasilevsky. Puck is loose out in front. Here's Yashkin, waits, steps back, trying to create a shooting lane. There it goes. Saved by Vasilevsky again. Rebound to the point. Soderstrom gets the puck back. Victor Soderstrom in there, saved by Vasilevsky. He's been tracking the puck. Make no mistake, Vasilevsky's made some stops tonight. Some testers. Arizona still with the puck inside the line. Fisher drops it off. There's a hard one-timer. Vasilevsky never saw it. That one hits the post. It was a wide open net for Christian Fischer. It's off the post and out, and it stays 4-0 on the fourth goal of the night for the Lightning from Barré-Boulet.
One-timer, top right of your screen, and he'll miss by a country mile. Here's the drop pass, but the rebound off the end wall, Vasi never sees it. You see Vasilevsky's crouched down. Well, the rebound off the end wall came right to Fischer, and Fischer shoots it right past, right through, and off the far goal post. Palat almost blocked it, but you could see Vasilevsky was still looking for it, like, where did it go? He had no idea. But when you're playing well, goal posts are your friend, and you get a lucky break, and Vasi got a lucky break there. You're right, Dave. I mean, he has made some stellar saves, really tracking the puck well, because there has been a lot of traffic in his face, and he's made a lot of really good low pad saves. A lot of shots from the point are low.
That shot's low, missed the mark, banks off of the end boards, and back into the corner. Beagle battling for it. Fischer again, who just missed a moment ago with the puck. Christian Fischer dancing around, cutting back, calling for it is Gostisbehere, and the one-timer all set, and the stick explodes, and the Lightning take off down the ice. Hedman inside the line, Liam O'Brien dumps it right back down. They announced the goal by Barré-Boulet, his first of the season, an assist going to Mikhail Sergachev. Sergachev now with 2 points the other night. Picks up another point, his 6th of the season. He's off to a nice start too, Brian.
Yeah, he is. And there's been some frustration for him, but I think he's settling in more and more. He had a couple of games there where I thought he was just pressing a little bit too much, trying to get too much done. But Sergachev, especially the last 2 or 3 games, I think has settled in, and he always takes comfort, as every player does, getting a couple of points.
Stroman plays the puck across. Keller picks his way in there. Arizona trying to work it back line. There's Clayton Keller with it now, and it's sent back down, and it's loose for Cirelli. Cirelli almost got it to his forehand after it was poked away there by Prosvetov.
What a great idea by Brayden Point on the spot. 1 second decision, flip it to the open, just got a little bit too far ahead of Cirelli.
Cirelli crisscrosses, leaves it for Belmar. Belmar on the backhand, dumps it back down into the corner. Cirelli kicks it around. And the Lightning working around the edge in the offensive zone. Back to the point for Sergachev. Sergachev, there's a shot saved by Prosvetov from Schuster. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Inside the line. Larson spun around there. It's moved up the wall. And hops in behind the Tampa Bay net.
Ooh, Schuster just got chopped. I'm not sure who that was. Larson. Larson chopped him right down on the shoulder with his stick. The referees never saw it.
Glad got the puck away, chipped up ahead by Roussel. Roussel in a race there with Jan Ruda. Now it's picked up by Boyd. Boyd trying to follow up, but he's checked along the end board there by Hedman. Puck comes into the middle of the ice. Paul Ruda, and he's out. Ruda straight up the middle on his backhand, chips that one in. Takes the hit at the end of the play by Lyubushkin, who is a heavy defender for the Coyotes, no doubt. Sent in over the stick of Prosvetov. And the Coyotes get a hold of the puck and get it outside their blue line. Rolling around for Eric Chernak. Chernak kicks it back. And it's picked up and moved out by Ryan McDonough.
I think for the Coyotes, Lawson Krause has been one of the most notable players for me on the offensive side of things for Arizona. Boy, he's heavy on the forecheck, and he's had the puck a fair amount.
Up the boards, now held to the line, walking the line. It's Chernak who goes for a skate backhander right in there on Prosvetov, and a nice move by Eric Chernak.
Eric Chernak more and more confident all the time, adding some offense to his game. Look at the footwork along there. Big guy. But these guys are so good with their feet. You have to be able to. Dances this way along the blue line. They work on that stuff all the time. There's a bit of a seam there. He just tried to dump it in front of the net, hoping to get a piece of it. Nice work by Eric Chernak.
Pat Maroon will be the guest in the Honda dealer second intermission report with Paul Kennedy and Adam Hall. They're going to go around the league for the latest news and notes, as well as there is.
You can ask Maroon how his ribs are feeling, because in that first fight, that's where he took his punches. And that's where he was giving them too.
Maroon feeds the point for Sergachev. His shot is deflected right in front of the net. Perry was there. Now it's over the opposite side. Picked up by Liam O'Brien. O'Brien leaves it for Jay Beagle. Beagle tried to drop it back for Fisher. Delayed penalty call coming up against the Lightning. And it's going to be a Coyotes power play here.
Pat Maroon going back to a familiar spot.
Tampa Bay 14, minor for holding the stick.
Maroon was back checking on O'Brien. It started in the neutral zone, and I think maybe I didn't get a good look at it here because it was on the near side. Then he grabs his stick. There's O'Brien, the two guys that fought. O'Brien sees it coming, so he protects himself, and there it is. He grabbed onto the stick, and there's the 2 minutes.
24 minutes in penalties tonight for Pat Maroon. He spent more time over there than he has over near you. And they're going to redo this face-off here. The linesman said that was my mistake. We'll do this again. 30.5 seconds to go here in this second period that has seen the Lightning increase their lead by 1 on the goal by Alex Barré-Boulet. Line everybody up here. Oh, they added a couple of seconds to the clock. And now it's pulled back by the Coyotes on the power play. There's a wrist shot that's blocked before it reached Vasilevsky. Keller, the 2 power play goals so far for Arizona. The only ones they have so far this season. Gostisbehere works it across. And that pass return feed. Kessel was trying to get it across the seam to Keller, and it never got there. Deflected out of play.
Really good read there by Matthew Joseph. He's the one that has to help protect that seam. And he got his stick in the lane and deflected it up and over the glass. Those two have done quite a job on the tandem. Just gotten better and better. Bellemare and Joseph, they talk a lot together. Bellemare's got a lot of experience. Joseph's got the wheels, and it's a great combo.
We're going to hear from Jan Ruda in the second intermission, with Maroon in the penalty box there, so stay tuned for that. That's coming up in 6.3 seconds. Another save by Vasilevsky.
Faceoff's been an issue. Bellemare comes back out to replace Stammer. And it's still, boy, the first period it was a big time issue. Arizona was killing them in the faceoff circle.
This one's won by Arizona, pulled off the boards by Gostisbehere. Drops it out to Keller. Keller across, and that pass never made it. Gostisbehere, one more shot, just as time expires. And it's pretty much been all Tampa Bay. 3-0 after 1, 4-0 after 2 here at Amalie Arena. Now let's join Paul Kennedy and Adam Hall in our Honda second period intermission report.
And Vazzy's been good too, Dave, and had benefit of the post there as we saw late in the first. Adam Hall, Paul Kennedy, what did you make of that second period? Very interesting, the contrast in the first 20 minutes, the way the Bolts now managing this game, playing with the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. They were able to get out to a great start, and what happened was that period, things settled down a little bit. There wasn't as much, fights. There wasn't as much motion. I think they kind of got a little bit out of their system right away, but obviously they were still able to get that goal. Barré-Boulet, backdoor wide open. Sergachev making the incredible pass. So I think it was a little bit more even that period. It'll be interesting in this third period coming up. 18
saves by Andrei Vasilevsky in this game. He continues to be on top of his game. Very sharp.
Yeah, and that's another one of those things that they really rely on him. He really is there. Even though they had the 3-goal lead from the first period, he had to make several quality saves there. And even in one position, they missed a wide open net there. But he's there. There's a lot of traffic. There's been several shots tonight that he can't see, that he's been screened. But he still does such a great job of making himself so big, positioning himself so well that he's still able to make those saves.
Tampa Bay getting a lot of help from its defensive core, especially as of late as it tries to win for the second straight night. Jan Ruda from the back end joins us now. He had an assist on Alex Killorn's first goal. Victor Hedman with an assist in this game. We just saw Sergachev with nearly a 100-foot feed to Alex Barré-Boulet. What is taking place right now, Jan, with the defensive core? Are they more aggressive, and is that what we're seeing in the stat totals rising for all of you across the board?
I think we're just playing a lot faster. We're trying to move the pucks to our forwards quick and surprise the opponent. So it worked out tonight pretty good.
Jan, in a game like this where it seems to be some special teams back and forth on the power play, then on the penalty kill, is it difficult sometimes to kind of stay in the flow and get all the players on the ice and keep that flow of the game?
Yeah, a little bit, but guys are doing a great job. PP and power play are playing unreal, so it's a little bit easier.
As a veteran, you had a 3-goal lead heading into the third in Pittsburgh, managed that well. What is the approach for you individually, collectively now in managing a 4-goal advantage, although you'll be down a man to open it, to manage this game home to the finish line?
I think we're pretty good with that. Just focus on the details. Don't try to do the hero plays, and just play the game the right way.
The solid play. You've been solid tonight. Jan, we wish you well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Jan Ruda with his second assist of this season, teamed with Victor Hedman. He opened the scoring with Stammer. Alex Killorn finished it. Hedman helps Stammer to the power play goal. And then it's Sergachev. Long feed in. Alex Barré-Boulet. It's a 4-0 lead through 2. Local Honda dealer. And by CarShield. CarShield cars go farther. Another great crowd on this final game before Halloween inside Amalie Arena. We'll have the tricks and the treats just ahead through 40 minutes of play here on Bally Sports. $4-0 hockey game through 2. A dominating effort tonight by Tampa Bay. And hey, fans, purchase tickets for the Lightning Foundation's 50-50 raffle presented by Moffitt Cancer Center to help support hundreds of local charities. Each home game this season will feature a single pot with the winner being selected during the third period of each home game. Visit Bolts5050.com to purchase tickets. Do good and win big. Welcome back. The 2-time reigning Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning once again are winning big 4-0 over the Arizona Coyotes. We saw it in Pittsburgh. We're seeing it again tonight. They are playing much more like the team we enjoyed at the end of last season.
Yeah, you can tell the excitement, the emotion, the energy is in the team right now. I think there's been a couple of catalysts. Obviously, Maroon with the fight right away, 5 seconds into the game. And then you saw that ignite. Killorn for 2 goals, a couple breakaways. And you just see the energy in the team. You see once they get that lead, they're just a whole brand new team.
It's 22 minutes in penalties. We were going to talk to him in the intermission. He's back in the box, and we'll open the third. Back in the box. To our Honda highlights side. Here is the lone goal from the second period. Look at the feed by Mikhail Sergachev.
Yeah, great look by Sergachev. Bure-Boulay is wide open there and doesn't stick handle. Just does a great job tipping the puck, getting it right in the top corner far side there. A complete breakdown by Arizona's defense. Nobody at all covering the slot area of the back door. Wide open for that tip on that goal.
The point, the appreciation out of him. And now defense by Andrei Vasilevsky has stopped 18 shots so far tonight.
Yeah, and that was big. You know, Krause came in on that partial breakaway, made a great shot there. They batted in pucks out of the air. There's puck coming through traffic. It was tips. The Coyotes were doing a great job screening. Vasilevsky couldn't even see that shot, and they had a wide open net there. Got a little bit of luck off the post there with Fisher missing the net there, but that's, you earn your own luck sometimes when you play that well.
Mr. Christian. Alex Bure-Boulay, his very first as a member of the Bolts on his return from Seattle. Sergachev with the assist. That is his 4th assist of the year. On this trick-or-treat weekend, of course, the downside is the loss of Nikita Kucherov, who yesterday underwent what is called successful surgery to his midsection, lower body injury. He's going to be out through December.
Yeah, and he's going to be missed. There's no way around it. He's such a great player. You're not going to be able to replace those world-class players. And so, obviously, they want him back as soon as possible, but it's going to create some opportunities for other players to step up while in his absence.
For those so-called experts who said of this team, just play 500 until he returns, here is the captain, Steven Stamkos' response.
We don't think like that. We think, okay, this is the task at hand. He's not available to us. We know what he can bring to the game, but we can't just say, let's just play 500 hockey till Cooch comes back. We have to go on a little run here and get some points. We were able to do that last year, but this year it's a little different. So we have a different team, different set of circumstances. So we realize that, you know, the outcome hasn't necessarily matched the process so far. We feel like we've been in some games that we should have won that we haven't. So let's keep building on that, and that's kind of been the focus lately.
Another multi-point game for Steven Stamkos and his 444th career goal, which sets up this blockbuster matchup Monday when we return to action. Stammer against Ova. You see where they stand at the moment.
Yeah, and what a great, 1-2 kind of battle. Obviously, at the top, you may have McDavid with 15 points there, but Ovechkin 13, and then Draisaitl and Stammer tied for 3rd in the league scoring. So much fun to watch. But you have somebody that is able to insert themselves on every single play to be that competitive and make that big of an offensive contribution.
When's the last time you saw him skate this well and be this effective? It's been years.
Yeah, it just looks like he has that energy. He's reinvigorated. He's motivated. I think he's enjoying the game. You can see he has that jump in his step, and I think it's probably because he's felt so healthy, and you can tell it translates onto the ice.
Tampa Bay 20 minutes away from winning for the first time on home ice this season. Scratch your head there. Another great capacity crowd, 19,000 on hand to enjoy the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Arizona Coyotes, Dave Randorf, Brian Rainbow. With the third in a moment, this is the Honda Intermission Report.
Mid-Florida, Florida's Community Credit Union. And by Hyundai. Get the Hyundai you've always wanted. It's your journey. Own it. The Lightning are owning it right now through 40 minutes of play. It is 4-0 over the Arizona Coyotes. Dave Brandor back with you, along with Brian Engblom, who's between the benches tonight. So when the Lightning lost Alex Bure-Boulay on waivers, they were thrilled to get him back because they never wanted to lose him in the first place.
And you know what? He's lived up to the billing again. You can see why they never wanted to lose him. He's a very intelligent guy. He's got 4 goals in the National Hockey League. He's had to wait his turn. He's improved a lot at the American Hockey League level. And he's more and more understands how he can get the job done in the NHL, and that's really what it's about. Left side of your screen, he just stayed in the scoring area, and Sergachev makes a heck of a play, and it's a complete breakdown by Arizona, as Adam Hall was talking about. And look at that touch. A lot of guys would have messed that up. But I've been equally impressed with how he comes out of the zone, what he does through the neutral zone. And when he comes back into his own zone, he understands who his man is and where he's supposed to be. All those things give you ice time in the coach's eye.
Lightning Hockey is presented by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Visit BMWTampaBay.com for exceptional offers.
Well, the idea here with a 4-0 lead is just not get crazy out there. Do the right thing. Play by the clock on the score. Don't let off the gas pedal, but at the same time, you keep practicing, not giving the opposition anything. They did a heck of a job the other night against Pittsburgh. When they got the lead, they didn't give them much.
Yeah, that was the Lightning team, the championship form coming around again on Tuesday night. And you're right, you want to continue. And that's what the guys said, too. They said Tuesday's win in Pittsburgh was a good step, but we have to get better. We have to remember what we did tonight and do it again. It's not a once-a-night league, it's an every-night league. That's what Cooper likes to say.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
And they start with a puck. Backing up there is McDonough. Got it away to Joseph onto the backhand. Pat Maroon still in the penalty box, serving his minor that he picked up right near the end of the second period. You know, Pat Maroon had just 6 penalty minutes coming into action tonight, Brian. He's got 24 tonight.
Well, I don't know that he planned it all, whether it was he more than O'Brien, but right before the opening puck drop, they certainly had a conversation, and it was premeditated because they got the job done, and then he just added to it.
Yeah, and his teammates are fine with it.
Yep.
The way that he did it, coming to defense of his teammates. Up ahead to Clayton Keller. Keller drops it back for the Ghost. Gostisbehere leaves it for Chychrun.
Oh, boy. Cernak with a little bit of a push there on Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere was going to be in on the forecheck, and he was away from the puck. And I think Cernak just wanted to push him off balance a little.
Tampa Bay 81, minor for interference.
So it's a 2-man advantage for 55 seconds.
So here comes Gostisbehere, number 14, and Cernak says, yeah, before you get going in the corner or around the back, I'm going to give you a little push. And Cernak was a little surprised how easily Gostisbehere went down.
So now they set things up. Gostisbehere is at the top. Puts that one into the middle, or down low rather, for Kessel. Kessel goes across. Little stick there by Hedman. Knocks it down the ice.
I think Phil Kessel just kind of outsmarted himself there. They got a 5-on-3. Just keep the play simple. Nobody on this side of the ice was ready for his pass.
Vasilevsky stops that behind the net. It's cleared to the line. Not out. Knocked down by Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere across. Chychrun double clutches, gets it back on the stick and moves it across to his D partner. Gostisbehere waits. Can't get it to Kessel cleanly. He gets possession. Takes a look. Here's Gostisbehere. Back to Kessel. Quick pass across. Never got there. Read and cleared by Hedman.
Boy, Hedman and McDonough did a heck of a job down low there, because Jacob Chychrun wanted the one-timer, and I think it was McDonough that eased up on him there and took any threat of a pass away. And it just got them all off balance. And a 5-on-3 where you would set up a one-timer from one of your D-men, especially a D-man that scored 18 goals last year, and the Lightning just sort of faked them out of it.
Maroon's into the box, so it's now 5-on-4 for 41 seconds. Larson down low for Keller. Keller on the backhand, keeps the puck moving. Trapped along the side boards. Found by Sergachev. He'll bank it off the wall. It's trapped to the points. Gostisbehere. Kessel fanned on the first pass attempt. Gostisbehere loads and fires, and it goes off a stick and over the net into the netting to get a whistle with 16 seconds to go in this power play.
And that was Belmar's stick with an excellent deflection. Watch the top of your screen here. Here's the 5-on-3. It's the threats. It might have been Hedman that moved up. Yeah, Hedman at one time. See there, look right there. just enough of a fake. That was terrific. It was 77, not 27. But Victor did a heck of a job there. Chychrun wanted that puck so badly, but he wasn't going to get it because Victor faked like he was going to charge out there. It's the little things in anticipation, sometimes bluff moves like that, that make for great penalty killing 5-on-3.
Killorn disrupts that pass from Soderstrom. He read the rookie's mail there. Hayden can't advance it. Now Cirelli was given a bump. He was entering the zone. Crowd was maybe looking for a call there. Team's back to 5-on-5 now after weathering a bit of a storm to start this third period. Killing off some 5-on-3 time. Travis Boyd gathers up the puck inside his own blue line. Here's Boyd again, curling around. Flips it up ahead, and the Coyotes just trying to pick their way out of their own zone. Banked up ahead for Roussel. Roussel centers it. Saved by Vasilevsky on Boyd to the back door. Back into the corner it goes. Sergachev knocked his man down. That's Boyd who's got to hustle back to the bench with no helmet. And the pass up the middle of the ice. Andre Palat chips that one in, engages there, bumps along the end wall with Beagle. Into the corner it goes. Hedman swings it back. Stamkos across to Schuster. Schuster's shot partially deflected on the way through, and it rolls in on the Arizona netminder, and he hangs on.
On the attack, Arizona did a good job of going wide and then getting the puck to the net. Watch Joseph on the top of your screen. He'll just come into play right here, diving, put some pressure. That didn't allow Boyd to do anything really with the puck as far as a move goes. He could hear him and feel Joseph coming through the middle of the ice. So Boyd couldn't make a move across the front of the net and catch Vasilevsky sliding too much from one side to the other. So that extra effort by Joseph, Vasilevsky's able to read and understand that there's only one thing Boyd can do, and Vasi shut it off.
Chychrun, one little move around Colton, gets to the blue line and dumps the puck in. Sergachev bounces off the check. It comes back to Chychrun. His shot wide of the mark. O'Brien trying to walk his way into the corner, being tracked the whole way there by a long reach of Andre Schuster. Perry at the line, helped out by Colton, and the Lightning have the puck. 4.5 gone. Third period. Another big crowd, over 19,000 in attendance here at Amalie Arena. First of two on home ice. This one comes to the line, and jumping on top of that is Kroos. Kroos waiting for some help. There's Hayden to the net, hits the crossbar. Kroos had Vasilevsky beat up high on the glove side, and that's in and out off the bar.
Well, it started off like a 2-on-1, but really good hustle by Ross Colton coming back through the middle. Forced Kroos to take that shot, and it was a heck of a shot. But the crossbar, the goal posts are the goaltender's friend. Vasi's had two friends tonight.
Part of the equipment. That's what they'll always tell you. Radish gets it up ahead to Belmar. Belmar out in front for Radish, and his stick was lifted just at the last moments by Clayton Keller. Back to Ruda. Ruda to Radish and in. Rolls-Footov moves that one into the corner, and it's skated out by Larson. Larson turns the puck over to Chernak. McDonough makes the play up the boards. Everything to the outside right now. Lightning are fine with that. Keeping the game at arm's length as far as they're concerned. Sent back in there and behind everybody was Kessel, got a shot away, and Vasilevsky stops him as well. 13:59 to go in regulation. Kroos coming close, and it stays 4-0. Welcome back. Here's tonight's Car Shield Protection play.
And great protection it was by Jan Ruda, who handled the 2-on-1 really well. And then Vasilevsky, who didn't show him very much. But Lawson Kroos got a ton on this one. Boy, did he snap that shot. You'll get a really good look here. Look at Vasi's angle. Look at Ruda. Ruda takes the attempted pass away. So if he knows the shot is coming, here's the look. He beat him. He beat that glove, but right at the joint of the crossbar on the goalpost. Vasilevsky's angles and his reads have been outstanding. He reads off his own players. He read that there was no pass across on the attempted 2-on-1 and give a lot of credit to Jan Ruda the way he played that. So Vasilevsky could square up to the shooter on the angle there, and like we said, his friends come through for him too.
Shot clock is dead even at 21 shots apiece. Scoreboard is a different story. 3 goals in the first period for the Lightning, including one on the power play by Stamkos, a much needed power play goal. They've gone 5 games without one of those. Boyd picks up the puck. Try to feed it to the point, goes off its skates. Killorn's got 2 tonight. Killorn trying to barge his way in there.
Yeah,
barely coming up against Chychrun. So this is going to be another Lightning power play. It's going to be a holding call against Chychrun.
Yeah, that was kind of a dumb move. If he thought he was going to get away with that one, he's complaining. That was not a real smart play here.
Arizona 6, minor for holding.
Alex Killorn's got a good track to the puck. Stick around one side, glove around the other. Yeah.
So, 4th power play of the night for the Lightning. They're 1 for 3. And the puck comes back to Hedman quickly across. Stamkos with a rocket, and he just missed.
Yeah, he didn't quite have the angle that he wanted to. Mayo came across on him, took the angle to the net away, so he blew it wide.
Hedman thought about going across to Stamkos, pulls it back. Hedman backs up. Dishes off to Point, gets it back. Hedman, top of the umbrella, near side for Point. Point down low, here's Perry. Back pass, Point. Hedman loads, down low, and it's tipped right past the net. Killorn picks it up. Alex Killorn stepping inside the line, takes the puck wide and then rings it around the boards. Back to the point, snap back in by Hedman. Into the corner, now they'll set things up on the half wall with Braden Point. Points down low, quickly out in front, or tried to. That was Killorn with the feed, was looking for Perry out front. 1 minute gone in this power play. What have you thought about the power play tonight overall?
They've shown some really good different looks. Guys are moving around. Stammer's getting some looks and some one-timers. Petty and Sergachev from the middle of the ice. Good stuff.
Big Rig getting some power play time here again. Try to feed it to Cirelli. That is stripped and knocked down the ice. Stroman doing the job there. Just about half a minute to go. This man advantage. Sergachev dancing at his own zone, being watched there by Roussel. Dropped it back, and Roussel was still in his back pocket, and down it goes. Sergachev again. Looks up the ice, finds the man in motion. Palat cutting across the top of the zone. Palat can't get it deep. He's stripped to the puck by Boyd, and Boyd does the rest. And that's going to do it. Chychrun's out of the box. Lightning 1 for 4 with the man advantage tonight, and it stays a 4-goal lead. Now here's a chance here for Keller. Keller with a shot, and tricky one. Little misdirection in front, and it gets it on Vasi, and he's not fooled.
Let's go back to Braden Point against Jay Beagle, who has been 64% in the face-off circle. Beagle actually wins the face-off to begin with, but look at Pointer. Reaches around him and pulls the puck back. Victor Hedman gets it across to Stamkos, and that's why Stammer got that big one-timer away. Really nice work there by Braden Point. Looks like a loss, turns it into a victory against Beagle, who's the best face-off man in this game.
Yeah, that's right. He's one of the better guys over the years. Last 10 years, he's been one of the better face-off men. So you're right. That's an excellent awareness play by Point. Pass out in front, missed the mark. Hayton now being watched there by Barre-Boulet. Over onto the far side. It's kicked back to the line for Barrett Hayden. His shot tipped wide of the Lightning net. Gostisbehere can't contain it, and it rolls back down. Stroman, who played here for 5 seasons. This is Radish. Snaps the puck in there. Corey Perry is down low. Perry trying to snap a sharp-angled shot. Never got through. Perry's had some more good looks tonight. Schuster rings it around the boards. O'Brien. He's given a bump there by Sergachev. Back to the line, just held in. Sergachev gets it back. O'Brien is looking for a piece of him. Here's Perry with a back feed. And that one's cleared away by the Coyotes.
Oh, some nice puck movement there. Excellent work by Sergachev up high. Perry down low.
Colton walks out the wall, fires a shot. Saved by Prosvetov. In goes Maroon. There on O'Brien. Those two guys fought right at the opening face-off. As we pass the midway mark of the 3rd period. Banked out. Arizona relieves the pressure. Comes back into the center ice area where it was open for McDonough. Ryan McDonough starts out. 3-game point streak for him coming into action this evening. Stamkos dumps it in. Soderstrom back to retrieve it for the Coyotes. He's hit hard along the end boards by Palat, who had 6 hits the other game. Brian was mentioning earlier tonight. He's been physical.
He always is. He knows exactly how to forecheck, and he's punishing the play against, on top of being a really talented guy who's really got a lot of confidence offensively now.
Here he comes, drops it off to Stamkos. His shot with Palat headed hard to the net. Suffered a broken stick in the play, so he's going to hustle back to the bench. And it's slapped in by Lyubushkin. McDonough waits for things to set up in front of him, and out he comes with the puck. McDonough floats that one down. Into the corner it goes, and they're going to call that an icing call as they try to set play to get point there ahead of the puck. And Roussel's in there, engaged with Cirelli.
Things calmed down compared to the first period, but we certainly have still seen some flashes.
Roussel's been in the league 10 years. Since his first season in 2012-2013, he is 2nd in the NHL in penalty minutes behind Tom Wilson.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he plays that kind of game all the time. He plays angry. He's always angry. I look at him down here at ice level. When he comes back to the bench, he's just always angry. Let's go back to a play that Corey Perry made in the offensive zone. It was sweet. Almost ended up in the back of the net. He'll come to the side at number 10. He's going to slip off to the side, right side here. Watch this little nifty move right in between the feet. He was trying to feed Radish. Good read there by Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere saw it coming. If he didn't, it could easily have been in the back of the net. That's one of the many things that Corey Perry does well. I mean, he has made a living in that 10-15 feet around the net, scoring goals himself, but also he just kind of wiggles around in there and creates plays. He's so difficult to cover. He keeps the stick free. It's really hard to tie his stick up, and he'll show you a lot of different looks like that.
Yeah, you're right. I would love to see some analytics report on his 386 goals. How many have come from within 2 to 3 feet? Probably a lot. Puck is pulled back after the icing call. Coyotes with it. Back to the line for Chikrin. Chikrin trips a shot in there. The net is off the moorings, and they just see that now. So we get a whistle, and we will take a break with 8:14 to go at Emily Arena on Bally Sports.
Opportunities to score so far this year, but it hasn't gone in the back of the net. John Cooper was asked about him this morning, and he said, you know what, early on you could tell that he was worried about, just don't screw things up, don't make mistakes. So, we don't want him to feel that way. You got to go out there. We know mistakes are going to happen. Just get a little more freedom in your game, and I think there is more and more freedom and flow to his game because he does have the offensive abilities and he does have the shot. And I think he just needs a goal or two to get on a roll.
Seasons of 18 goals, 19 goals, and then 12 last year in the American League, which led the team in the shortened schedule.
And during that face-off, too, we had a conversation which I couldn't really, because I was talking, couldn't really follow. O'Brien and Maroon in the background, they certainly haven't let it go either.
Since they had the scrap right off the bat here tonight. Lads shoved off the puck there by Sergachev. Snapped back in by Boyd. Ladd tried to center it, couldn't get it out in front. Belmar in tight quarters, makes the play. Sends it up the boards. Radish back to get it. And Arizona trying to keep this puck in, and they do. Off the boards. Held in there by Hayden. Quick shot and another crossbar for the Coyotes. And again, it's Lawson Krause. Second time this period.
By far the most dangerous guy in this game. I've noticed him nearly every shift he's been out there. Krause has been their best player, in my mind, by far.
He thought that was in. Started to raise his arms. Back to
I think he thinks that net's still moving.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on here. They've looked at it. They've blown the horn. That means they've looked at that, and this is going to be a goal. Yeah.
So maybe he didn't miss after all, because, yeah, when they blow the horn in the middle of play, that means they've seen something and it must have gone in.
Yeah.
Lawson Krause with the steal. Short side. Goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, looked like it hit the meshing or that center crossbar right up and in. Yeah, came right up and in.
So there you go. That is going to be the call, no doubt. That is definitive video. And here comes the official announcement for the goal.
The shot at 7:24 completely crossed the goal line. It hit the net cam and came back out. Therefore, we have a good goal.
Excellent clear description by TJ Lexmore.
Yeah. And it's that short side that he clipped before, right at the joint of the crossbar on the goalpost. And from bad angles, boy, he could really snap the puck. Vasi goes down. We've seen a lot of goals already. Shooters, even at such a young age, are getting better and better and better because goalies go down in those situations. And there's room right beside their head, right up under the bar, if you can hit that little space. And he did.
He did. And Arizona gets one past Vasilevsky tonight, 4-1, with just over 7 minutes remaining in regulation. Vasilevsky now just beaten twice in the last 2 games here to this point. Chernak pushes that one back in. Soderstrom, lost his footing there and awkwardly went into the boards. And rolls back out to center. Corey Perry now working against Soderstrom. Out of the corner now is Maroon with a sharp angled shot, and it's shut down there by Prosvetov. Chernak settles the puck down. Works it across the ice. Victor Hedman right into the middle for Stamkos. Stamkos up ahead to Palat. Palat finds the late trailer, and Hedman curls back and then puts that one into the corner. Joseph was there, but he was checked. Joseph for Stamkos. Stamkos ran into a couple of Coyotes, and Yashkin moves it out. Now here he comes again. Stamkos taking the puck wide. Cuts back there on Gostisbehere. Now to Palat. Andre Palat in the corner, being watched by Gostisbehere. And the Coyotes relieve the pressure, just banking this one down. Braden Points right side. Out of the backhand. Gets a little help from Sergachev, and Sergachev throws it in there with a broken stick and behind the Arizona net.
Well, playing both blue lines, you're really seeing the Lightning now. They're definitely in shutdown mode with about 5 minutes to go in the 3-goal lead. That's what it's all about. You don't have a good play on the attack. Get it deep and make sure the middle of the ice is covered. You have lots of guys back. They're in that mode.
So you were here watching this team night in, night out a couple of years ago when they were the high-flying Lightning. Before they learned that lesson in the playoffs, you know, back then they would have kept pushing for offense, like points night, boys, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Just trying for a little bit too much offense. You get a little bit greedy sometimes, and you don't practice it. This is about practicing for the playoff, executing it. Even though it's October, it's a habit, and good habits, take a long time to form.
Pass into the middle. Was in behind Barré-Boulet, has got one of the goals tonight. Well, they made the adjustment as a team, and you know the rest. 2 Stanley Cups later.
If you only know how to play the game one way, you don't win the cup.
Radish up to the blue line. Barré-Boulet trying to get that bouncing puck to cooperate. He'll just peel back for the line change with just over 4 minutes remaining in regulation.
You know, quietly behind the scenes here in this game, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare has had another really good, solid game again. 5-on-5 and certainly penalty kill. Really smart player.
He was 74% in faceoffs coming into action tonight. You talk about details. He's a detail guy. That's how he's made it to the NHL at the late stage of his career that he did. Hedman hard off the boards and down the ice. Maroon racing after it. Here's Maroon, little toe drag move. Drops it back. Colton with a drive. Prosvetov the save, and he dives on the loose puck, and a hard slapper from Ross Colton. 3:27 to go. It's all Lightning. 4-1 at Amalie Arena. Here's tonight's Diamond Performance presented by Ackerman Jewelers.
And it is Alex Killorn. He's got 2 goals on the night. This was a beauty. A nice early pass by Stamkos gave him a chance to really measure his shot. He made the perfect one over the pad. And then this one was brilliant. Outstanding individual effort. He strips Mayo of the puck in the Lightning zone and then protects the puck so well. And at high speed, the highest speed that he could go, makes the play and scores the second goal.
Puck back down the ice, and this is going to be icing. Oh, wow. That was Christian Fischer. He was hustling big time to negate the icing call. He lost his footing, I think, on his own, Brian.
Yeah, it was incidental contact. They might have hit skates, but it was incidental if it was. Watch their feet. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Boom. Leaning forward is Sergachev, and yeah, they got their trainer out taking a look at him now. But he was at high speed, full speed. Crashed in pretty heavy. It's the first guy to the dot, the face-off dot, with a realistic chance of retrieving the puck. That's why the whistle gets blown. And they changed the rule years ago to prevent huge collisions where defensemen were getting wasted along the wall. So they say that Sergachev had inside position closest to the puck, and it was at least a tie, I guess, at the dot. But basically they were racing to the dot. And it's good to see him get up. Fischer's up and moving on his own accord. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. Those guys are former teammates in junior. In Windsor, Fischer and Sergachev, and he's going down the tunnel to get a little attention, but that could have been far worse as he walks off under his own power. Gostas Bear out from behind his own net. Remember when that guy burst on the scene?
Oh yeah.
He was a big-time points producer, and then he's battled a lot of injury of late in his career.
But the NHL just catches up to you too. I mean, you have to adapt. And Gostisbehere, he had a 17-goal season early in his career for Philly. And then he had 65-point season shortly after that. But then I think he started becoming too much of a gambler, and you know, everybody does their homework, and you start getting burned, and then you start giving up more goals in the defensive zone. Then the coaches are not quite so high on you, and then the injuries happen, and I think all that happened to Gostisbehere.
Yeah. He was the first NHLer born and raised right here in Florida. 2.5 to go. Matthew Joseph, he's got Palat with him. Joseph across, and the pass bounced over the stick of Andre Palat. Puck is chipped out by the Coyotes. Out to center. Little back touch out of the reach of Kessel. Kessel, who's continuing his Ironman streak. 9:07 tonight. He missed all of training camp and preseason with an injury.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of looks in this game tonight, and that's good for the Lightning. They've done a good job of keeping him away from the net. He doesn't miss much.
And icing is the call against the Arizona Coyotes. Well, here's tonight's Road Ahead, brought to you by Toyota.
Well, the road stays here to start for a couple of more days. Washington Capitals come in. That'll be a doozy. And then the Lightning do head out on the road. A couple of games up in Canada, Toronto and Ottawa.
Yeah, that Caps game on Monday. Looking forward to that. That was an excellent game that they played in Washington. 2-1 won by the Lightning in overtime. And as you mentioned, the two captains are coming in hot for that one. Here's Killorn, had his stick lifted. That second shot goes, and it's Andre Schuster.
Big smile for Andre Schuster as he comes back to the bench. Real popular player with the Lightning. The Lightning do a nice job here keeping the puck alive, and then Schuster just gets the screenshot away. Goaltender never saw it. This will be a better look at it. Oh, it was deflected. Yeah, he got some help on that one, no doubt. Off the shin pad of Roussel. Right inside the near post.
Andre Schuster's first goal since December 15th, or sorry, 5th of 2017 with the Lightning.
Yeah, last couple of years in the KHL, and before that he got traded to Anaheim.
Yep, and he's been in Beijing the last 2 years, playing the KHL, as you mentioned, on a team based in China. So he gets into the act as well. Why not? And you're right, you can tell, being around the team, he's a popular re-addition to this group.
Yeah, he is. Players always really liked him.
And he was pressed into duty when Zach Bogosian got injured in this building on opening night.
And he knew when he signed his deal that he was pretty much destined to play in the American League. He's got experience. He can help train some young defensemen they have down there. But because of injuries, he got his chance. He's really taken up photography too. It's a big time hobby of his. And I know in his Instagram account, you can look it up. And he's been to the Great Wall of China. He's got all kinds of photos of that. Interesting guy.
He only played 6:41 the other night in that game in Pittsburgh. Limited minutes. He knows his role. He knows where he is on the depth chart along that blue line. But he's right back out there as he checks the clock. You know, the Tampa Bay Lightning started last season 6-0 on home ice. And got off to a great start, 10-1 in their first 11 here at Amalie Arena. And they're going to get their first home win tonight. Stay tuned after tonight's game for Lightning Live postgame with Paul Kennedy and Adam Hall, presented by Advent Health.
And you got O'Brien and Maroon out there too. Last 25 seconds. We'll keep an eye on this.
Well, they're jousting a little bit. I can't imagine they'll go again, will they? Maroon doesn't want any part of that.
Never say never.
I guess not. And when I say he doesn't want any part of it, he says there's no reason for it. Banked up ahead. And here's Maroon. Maroon then to the other end, shoots, and Prosvetov comes out and makes the save of the big rig. And he scored, man. The fans who have remained here to the end, they would have blown the roof off this place.
Well, he's still got fresh legs. He was well rested in the first period, that's for sure.
2 fights tonight.
Pulled the trigger at exactly the right time. He was running out of racetrack here, and you could feel Gostisbehere coming. Got a good shot away.
Snap to the line and down the ice in the final seconds. And that is going to do it. The Lightning jump out to a big lead early and steer this one home. They win back-to-back games and get their first win this season on home ice. Alex Killorn leading the way. Vasilevsky solid as usual. Your final 5-1 Tampa Bay. On behalf of Brian Engblom, this is Dave Raynham saying thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you Monday night for that game against the Cats. That should be a beauty. But don't forget, stick around for Lightning Live postgame with PK and Adam Hall. It's coming up next, right here on Bally Sports.